I had just mentioned it before. She did rub a few spots on her face. She was banging it on this board here. I feel really gross about it. It's not like it's bleeding, it's just that she rubbed the hair off of it. So that is crappy, for no better term. We're gonna fix that today. But this feeding is probably the best one so far. She kind of dove right into it without really much for coaxing. I just showed it to her. Once she smelled it, she kind of just went right for it, and she started drinking it like she would see a horse drink water versus just mouthing it and trying to suckle. Hello. Goodness, how are you this morning? How are you? Looks like you finished off your grain. Yeah. Easy. Hey, don't you pin your ears at me. What was that? Goodness.
Can I come? Can I come in?
Yes. Ooh, who's this fancy girl? Hi. Hi, sweet girl. Oh. No! Oh my goodness. She just about took her out. She ran like right beside her. Look at you walking so straight.
Pretty wild, eh?
That's crazy.
It is wild.
Jitterbug, you're being a bum.
Being a bum.
Yeah. Hey, you don't.
It's walking. Come on, Mom. It's going. It's going you.
Hey, hon, you walk behind her. Yeah, even that toe is coming in. And you can see the chest muscles developing. Crazy. You did it, girl. You did it. Hey, So I'm going to do something I have not done before. Give him a spa day, give him a shave, and trim his hooves. See if he looks any better after that. You gonna let me trim your feet? It's so good. Easy, bud. Grant, Grant. I know you're back. Other back one. Oh. So much better. Oh boy. Okay, almost done. Nice. I let the bucks out to go find some food, and they don't even know what to do with themselves. Denny's been chasing us back and forth in the yard, and feeling a little bit lost. Silly boys. Hey, Mr. Spiffy. All nice and clean. So I've been sitting out here for probably the last, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Just looking and thinking and assessing, just looking at how they move, their strengths, their weaknesses, and trying to make decisions. At first he was a little bit chilly just because he was drying off and there's a bit of a breeze, but now he's starting to relax, which gives me a better idea of his top line. And that top line is basically wither to rump, how straight that is. So he's not bad, but when he's walking, he's got this dip behind his shoulder. And ideally you want that nice and straight. Denny's a lot straighter. So this is Denny, for those of you who don't know, Denny and Grant. And they're a year apart. So Grant is 2 and Denny's only 1. And so they're nowhere near mature, but you do have to make decisions as you go. So I had actually planned to sell Grant. He's been listed for a couple months. And I figured, you know what, before I make any like rash decisions, maybe I should just shave him or clip him. Oh, don't poke your skin, bud. I figured I would clip him and really get a good idea of what he looks like without all that raggedy fur. And he does. He does look a lot better than he did before I clipped him. But now I have to decide, is it enough for him to stay? So where I'm at right now is he wowza and has strengths that my other bucks don't have? And you might be saying, Amanda, what do you mean bucks? Well, Denny is one of them. Henry is a buckling that I bought this spring because he has the rump angle and rear width and height that I'm looking to add and improve in my herd. And so you're looking at your herd's overall weaknesses and trying to figure out how to add a buck that will improve those things. So I purchased Henry, who is out of a great buck, a great dam, and so I figured I would have him and Denny. And then another breeder had a pretty nice buckling out of a doe that I really admire. She's only in her 2nd freshening, and she just appears to be getting better and better. She earned her milk star, and his sire is a US import. So being Canadians, it is hard to find new genetics, especially since they kind of closed down the border, tightened the border more. And so to import US genetics, like US goats, you're not allowed to do that anymore. They have to go through like a crazy amount of stuff. It's not very simple as just like passing a couple blood tests for diseases. It's absolutely insane. And so we're actually, we only kind of have the last few imports that have been imported over the last maybe 2 or 3 years, or like 2 or 3 years ago. And so it's his first crop of kids, so it is a risk to buy a buck without any proven daughters. So like his dad doesn't have any proven daughters yet, and so it is a bit of a risk. But I really like the dam, and the sire side has some really great genetics behind him. And so I bought him because I figured, you know what, especially with Nubians, you kind of got to plan a year or 2 in advance. And so just the way pedigrees line up and all of that fun jazz, as well as their even ability to breed the first year. Denny wasn't ready last fall. I would have loved to have used him as a junior herd sire, but he wasn't ready. His mind wasn't in the game. He didn't know what on earth was going on. And so I used Grant to cover all of my does. And that being said, I don't want to buy a buckling in the spring, banking on using him in the fall and then having him not be ready. So I'm kind of envisioning, okay, I've bought 2 bucklings this year. I'll use Denny this fall, and if a junior herd sire is ready this fall, I'll try to use him. If not, then I'll have 2 bucklings that'll be ready to use the following fall, and hopefully my herd will have grown, so I'll have more does to cover as well. And so it's an interesting mental game, because you can't just be narrow-mindedly thinking about just this summer, just this fall, or just next breeding season. You have to be thinking about, you know, even a few generations down the line, and what are you going to do? And so I would really like to be able to have my bucks and then essentially just continually breed those bucks, unless I find something with genetics that's even better than what I have. So the discussion with Grant is, does he have any strengths that Denny does not already have, or my next junior herd sire, Henry, or my other coming this summer junior herd sire, does he have stuff that they don't have? And if the answer is no, if I can find those strengths in my other bucks, then unfortunately he loses his spot to stay, because yes, he's got some good things going for him. Temperament, I was absolutely floored how wonderful he was to handle, to clip him today and bathe him. He was an absolute gentle giant. And yeah, I don't want to have a buck that's going to be headbutting me or is aggressive. An aggressive animal just doesn't stay, period. I don't care how good the genetics are. If the temperament is not there, they don't stay, because I can't risk my own safety or the safety of my kids to keep something with good genetics around. How good are the genetics if the temperament absolutely sucks, right? You have to be thinking about those things. So I don't know. I'm kind of at the point where maybe I will still sell him. He is filling out nice, and it's, you know, it's possible that he could straighten out more. But from what I've seen is that he lacks strength in his chine area. So right below his wither, it dips down and then it comes back up to his rump, and then his rump slopes off. And I don't like that. And I think that he lacks some rear width. So when we're talking about like thurl to thurl, I think he doesn't have as much width as my other boys do. And so those are some weaknesses that are pretty huge when it comes to conformation. And so for those reasons, I may still let him go. Partly is, you know, like, do I really need 4 bucks? But if he was that good, then he would stay. So I'm still in the thinking and processing point. And I think I've got a hair sliver. His hair is so coarse that I actually got hair slivers from clipping and bathing him. It was absolutely crazy. These cute little gaffers. Hey, everybody's being all lazy. Hey. So this is a Grant baby right here. She's the only one that I kept out of Grant. And then we've got my 4 babies that I purchased. Henry is this little one right there. He would be my next herd sire. And he should be moved over to the big boy pen, but I don't really want him to get beat up too much. And he's not being bucky at all yet, and so I figured, you know what, he can just hang out with them for now. Nigerian dwarves I would separate a lot earlier, like even at, you know, 10, 11 weeks, just because they think that they're bucks from the moment that they're born. Whereas Nubians, sometimes we joke about their pea-sized brain not figuring out what they're supposed to be doing for quite a while. So I'm not too concerned. But he is a gorgeous, thick little fella with lots of rear width, and so I'm really hoping that we get some gorgeous babies out of him eventually. I would love to breed him to Sage to just continue to solidify that rear udder height and width, and then that top line as well. She could use a little bit of extra help in that regard. But yeah, and then we'll see what the new boy looks like when he gets here. Pictures can be pretty deceiving, but I'm hopeful that we can make some progress. As it sits, I will only have 5 does being bred this fall, which I don't like. I wish that I had more to breed this fall, but I invested a lot in the genetics that I wanted, and so that means investing in doelings, like the young ones that I bought, and yeah, that means sacrificing not having as many babies next year, but hopefully the following season we will have a lot of really what we call skookum babies born on our farm. And it's a process, right? Like I can't just, you know, one spring fork over 10 grand to buy as many goats that I want. And so it's a matter of building slowly, and hence the reason why I cried this winter when I got so many bucklings, right? And so now you understand why we all as goat breeders wish for the doelings, because it's really hard to grow your herd when you get a whole bunch of boys. And so yeah, we're getting there. I'm not there yet. There'll be more cuts next spring probably, depending what everybody has. But I'm excited, and yeah, I'm learning patience, and I'm learning how to make incremental changes if that's all that I can do in the time that I have right now. Same day, but now it's smoky like crazy. It's just nuts. See, my washing stuff is still out. It's the same day. I let the boys browse because they actually browsed. Like, they were eating the trees, in the grass, and doing all the things that a goat is supposed to do. Are you pretty itchy? Oh, you poor boy. Oh, he's gonna be itchy. Yeah, you're looking a little raggedy. I'm sorry. Your hair will grow back. Goodness, I'm gonna put these boys back for the night. Set that pitchfork up so nobody gets stuck with it. Go fellers. Oh, having a fight. This is all wildfire smoke. Thankfully, we're supposed to be getting a ton of rain later this week, so we can use every drop of it. Hopefully it doesn't change, but with that much rain in the forecast, it shouldn't. See, that's what breaks the fence right there. When they decide they're going to climb on it and complain about having a full feeder of hay. Isn't that right? I'm not giving you guys more food. You had everything that you needed today. Poor little things, so spoiled. Anywho, we'll see what the next couple days will bring. It cooled off, thankfully, because it's been pretty warm and very windy lately, which is not the best for wildfires, but... So you remember that Tika tore her ACL end of January, right? And the vet said, well, either you could take her for surgery or let her heal up on her own. And look at her now. Go run, Tika! Go run! Go run and play! And that is all just healing on her own. She spent about 3 weeks in the house, and then after that she just learned to not overdo it. Some days she got sore and some days she was fine. And now she has about, I'd say 95% good days. Tika, come here! Silly goose. This is too cute. Hi. Hi, babies. We have Lady and Henry and Oakley hiding in there. Echo and Arwen.